Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick little bit here about changing out this bearing here on the sprocket. So this bearing is a 6005 RS rubber seal. So it's a sealed bearing. What I did was I obviously cleaned everything up, and I took my little butane or propane torch here, and I just went around the outside of the hub here where the bearing sits in, just to heat it up evenly, and then of course flipped it over. And I had done up a little piece of 2x4, the end of a 2x4, and I'd kind of ground off the corners so that each corner was 43 millimeters across, and it fit in perfectly, and went on the outside, because there's not a lot showing there for the bearing from this side to be able to drive it out, but there is enough meat, and it just went onto the outer race. And after heating it up, I was able to just, you know, give it a few whacks with my rubber mallet and pound it out, and it fell right out, nice and neat. And then to install the new bearing, the 6005, the RS one, what I did, I went around again. I did clean up that the inner part of the hub where the bearing's going to seat. I cleaned that up just with a paper towel. There wasn't much in there, and just gave it a really light little touch with some oil there, motor oil. I went around and I heated it up again because it had cooled. Heated it up a little bit, and I had my brand new bearing in a little container in the freezer, and I've had it there for 3 days to allow it to contract and get as small as I could get it in the freezer, which is, I don't know, -5 or something. It's not particularly cold, but it's below freezing. And brought it up here. I had made up a punch from this PVC bushing that I got at the hardware store for $1. And all I did was I just went around with my grinder, and I just ground around the outside, kept checking, ground around the outside until it was a perfect fit inside there. And let me see, I'll just quickly measure it so that you have an idea about what you're looking for. Oops. But it is about 45 millimeters, 46 millimeters, something like that. So all I did was I just tried to be as even as I could, went around, I tried it, went around until it fit in. And then I just, I had oiled up the outside of my nice frozen bearing. I put it in there and just eyeballed it from the side. And once I saw that it was level, I just put my new little bearing driver on top and just started tapping it in, and it just slid right in nice and neat. Pound it down all the way, and then from the other side you just check, and you can easily see when the outer race is up against the machined part of the hub, and it's seated all the way. So there we go. So now the bearing's in this. I'm going to put this all back together and get the rear wheel back on, and get ready to go do some riding.